Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday night, my friends, and I am back and ready to jump in to some more Steam Next Fest demos here, my friends. Oh, you know what? I did forget to do one thing here. This. Bring it on over. Did that not copy? Hey, Neodeath, welcome. Welcome on in. How you doing? Did you not copy? Try that again. No, of course not. Alright. Let's fix this. Gotta fix this. Show and load. Here, let's see if that works a little bit better. I'm doing pretty good. No complaints. I think it's going well. It's been a busy week, but things have been going okay. This and sorry, just trying to get this thing set here. Was it deep silver? Deep silver, and then what is this supposed to? I don't think this is okay. Q3 2025. All right. So Q3. Save that and go full screen now. There we go. All right, friends, we're gonna, as we've been doing all week, we're gonna take a look at some more Next Fest demos here. And I figured we'd start out tonight with a boomer shooter, as they call them nowadays. And where is it at here? There it is. Metal Eden. There we go. And let's get this stopped here, and let's go try it out. See what we got here. Have to see what the sound and stuff is like. This is my first time launching it. First time looking at probably all of these, although I might slip in one that I've looked at a little bit here as well. We'll see. I've been trying to kind of peek at a few of them to see if they're even in a state where it's, there's something good to be shown. And there's been a couple that I've just taken a peek at that were pretty darn rough. So I figure let's try to focus on the ones that are a little bit more put together if we can. That being said, it's the first time launching this one, and it's not going good so far. To give it a minute here. There we go. All right, and I don't have the audio on for you guys yet because I can already see it's peaking way up high there. So let's take care of that as soon as I can. Put the brightness at 60% maybe. Alright, so options, value 95, audio, so master volume, we'll try 60% here. And it still looks like it's going to be pretty loud there. Alright, let me cut it down to 40. I don't want to blast my ears out either. Alright, that looks... the peaks have come down again, so let's try it and see what happens here. Alright, that sounds about right, I would say. It's right at the minus 25 decibel line, so I think that's should be good where it's not drowning me out, hopefully. Mouse acceleration, smoothing, blah blah blah, video. Everything's on high. Good shadow. Motion blur. Off. Thank you. Frame rate limit 60. AMD FSR. I don't have an AMD thing here. Yeah, I'm just going DLSS. Frame gen is disabled. Balanced is good. Alright. Do that. Alright. So WASD and stuff. Cool. Accessibility. Subtitles are enabled. We'll put a subtitle background on too. Just for extra clarity. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's jump into this. Okay. Okay, my friends. We're taking a look right now at a game called Metal Eden. It is by Raycon Games and published by Deep Silver. It is a free demo right now during the Steam Next Fest. You can go download, take a look at for yourselves. And it's scheduled for a release Q3 of this year. So it is, as from what I could tell on the Steam store page, a boomer shooter, sci-fi boomer shooter, and so I'm kind of interested to just jump into it and see what it's like, see how this goes or doesn't go for me, because FPSs are not my wheelhouse necessarily, but I still like the occasional one. So without further ado, let's pop on in and do this. From what I understand, this demo has just the first 2 levels, so yeah, we're going to do normal, definitely. In the future, humanity ventures among the stars. Core technology, which stores digital human consciousness in secure, compact psyche storage units, allows us to reach distant parts of the universe. We therefore set off to colonize new worlds. But even a million miles from Earth, humans remain human. Mission 0 Crash Course. In the future, humanity invented core technology that enabled digitization of human psyche. It allowed for replicating consciousness and cognitive abilities indistinguishable from those of a biological brain. After its invention, physiology and limited life cycle constraints were rendered obsolete.
Targets neutralized.
Warning. Core stream unstable. Core Ripper deactivated. Objective. Locate defunct hyperunit. Restore Core Ripper function.
Yeah, I'm not actually running. The game is just running by default, which is probably a good sign. I really want this to be fast-paced and double jump and all kinds of things. Melee push. Press F to melee push. Okay.
Look at you. Hyper unit Life's first baby steps. Run, jump, finger on the trigger. I suggest haste. The situation is suboptimal. You need to find a defunct hyper unit.
Add to refresh compass.
Assemble
Okay.
yourself back together. Try to make this run worthwhile.
ISF Arsenal Depot breached. POC weaponry unlocked.
Hold C to open weapon radial, Z to pull out previous weapon. Okay.
Hyper unit in range.
This hyper unit was destroyed during the last run. Never a pleasant look, is it? A constant reminder of what we need to endure.
Establishing connection. Core Ripper active. Hyper unit is mission go.
Well done, Aska. Now you're complete.
Warning. ISC units inbound.
Bring these clowns to the ground. Unleash your hyperpower. Rip their cores out. You know you want to.
Okay. Core Ripper. Get close to extract the enemy's core. Extracting a core consumes energy, which recharges over time, or by picking up core charge. E to extract the core, E again to throw it. Core will deal area damage and drop ammo on impact. Okay. Extract 3 cores.
Target's down.
Hyper unit stand by for new mission objective. Mission objective updated. Give them hell, Hyper.
Okay. That's certainly a thing. You got a lot of like special effects going on that are a bit distracting, but form a wall run. Okay.
Vertical run activated.
Perimeter breached. All units on high alert.
What we're doing is bigger than you and I, Aska. The road we walk is paved by those who shared this dream before me. And even more, by those who wanted to oppose it.
But I assume they're doing rule of cool here, so. Oh, zipline. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. I despise delusive content above all.
Survival rating dropped to 0.554%.
As hard as I try to flex the muscles of my optimism, at this moment they feel a little bit atrophied.
balance restored. Dopamine levels are nominal.
Armor system. Enemies with green armor have significant resistance to kinetic type weapon damage and cannot be core extracted while their armor is intact. You can destroy their armor by performing a super punch. Hold E to consume core. Consuming a core activates Super Punch and restores your health. Super Punch instantly shatters most enemies' armor in a single hit. Got it. Hey, outlaw! Welcome on in. It's flashy and definitely a boomer shooter. Is how I can feel about it. Not the guy I wanted to do the power punch against. Alright. Go. Okay. Oh, need charge. Nice. Okay.
I don't mean to discourage you. You are determined to do your best. So I suppose your best will have to suffice.
Yeah, I had a good day. It was eventful. Let's put it that way. A lot going on. Getting very busy. Oh, they got me. They got me.
I don't mean to discourage you. You are determined to do your best. So I suppose your best will have to suffice.
Okay. Game ammo. Okay, let's see what we got here.
I've been doing it for so long. Sometimes it almost feels like I'm in a dream.
Middle Eden game has crashed and will exit. But it's still working. Okay. We'll just keep on rolling.
Warning. IFC units inbound. Second wave incoming.
Ah, now fully crashed. Well, there's a thing. Okay. It partially crashed and then fully crashed there. Let's go grab that again. It is a demo. I mean, this stuff's gonna happen. I'll tell you what though, it looks to me like they probably started out wanting to make sort of multiplayer maps, because some of these maps look like they could be some of these little, like, I guess mini boss areas look like they could be easily you know, multiplayer map kind of things.
Warning. IFC units inbound. Second wave incoming.
Damn. These guys are getting me easy here.
Warning. IFC units inbound. Second wave incoming.
Moving.
Final wave incoming.
these things. As long as they're chasing me around. Stay alive here. Yeah, take that. Got him.
Target's down.
Got him that time. All right. And we push the pry stagger on enemies and open their armor. Your damage to the enemy is significantly increased for the duration of the stagger. Okay. It's really hard to, like, with all the special effects going on, it's really hard to see what the hell's happening.
And deep behind enemy lines, dropped straight into a hostile zone, with almost zero chance of success. This is exactly what hyper units were made for. Maybe what they said is true. Maybe by wanting more than we need, we brought darkness into this world. Between life and death, did we ever have a choice? In despair, we raise our heads up into the light and crawl out of the darkness. As much as it hurts, the only way out is through.
Go. It's quite the visual feast, though. I mean, despite all the flashy effects and stuff, like
Surface elevator to Vulcan is open.
the textures and everything are fantastic. Like, this is reminding me a lot, actually a lot more of Halo than say Doom.
Warning. ISC units inbound. Warning. ISC units inbound.
There was some armor there. I just noticed as I was on there. There you go. Just the charge. And flying enemies always suck in these games. Oop. Okay. Out of ammo. Okay, let's get some health. Yeah, these feel like multiplayer maps. So, and this is campaign mode, so I'm guessing it probably would be like some kind of multiplayer or something. Like it almost is begging for it. Damn it. Oof. This is all normal mode too. This is not like... Oops. Yeah, this is normal mode. Oh, objective completed. Was it easier that time around? Where am I supposed to go? Did I break the game again? Yeah, broke the script. Oh no, there's something down there. There's still a guy down there. They lost sight of me. I was gonna say, there's no way it was that easy.
Incoming.
That one, ouch. This other one. Still want me though? Of ammo. People who are good at FPSs are probably slapping their foreheads right now. How bad I am.
Target's down.
Oof. Jesus. Oh, we're getting a boss battle now?
The pain is over.
No, we're just gonna get knocked out.
Good run, Hyper. Now let's get you back.
Alright, 27 minutes, 29 seconds it took. 105 kills, 5 deaths, 25 cores extracted, and 2,615 dust. Okay.
Dopamine administered. Rebuild. Plastics engaged. Backup frame check completed. Gyroplastics administered. Nom field balance check completed. Rebuild sequence complete. Warning. Receptors calibration in progress. Calibration complete. Hyper unit ready for briefing.
Such a tiny thing. Yet the power it holds never ceases to amaze me. The existence of every Mobius citizen is bound to it. Yours, mine. This is the seed of the project. Humans love shiny things, and so blinded by its awesome life-giving light, they failed to notice what was hiding in its shadow. I warned the others, but they wouldn't listen. I warned them of the erosion. They didn't see it until it was too late. It corrupted the other engineers and brought the project to a halt. Years passed, eons. Mobius is sick now, suffering from an erosion tumor. Eden is waiting for the cure, waiting for you, Aska.
Hyper unit ready for briefing. Remember, this is a rescue operation. Our target is a hive prison, sealed off by an erosion field. It's towering above the very center of Mobius. Disable the erosion field, find your way into the hive. Set the citizens free. Internal Defense Corps are subject to the engineer's orders, so remember, You are infiltrating hostile territory. They will send everything they have to stop us. Now that the surface elevator is open, you need to get to it as fast as you can, and descend to Vulcan, the defunct mining colony below Mobius City.
Find and retrieve the lost core memory file from one of the engineers. But no need to worry. It's been dead for a very long time.
Hyper unit, confirm your status.
Is something bothering you?
Just some noise in my core.
Hyper unit, confirm your status.
In the name of duty, courage, and truth, I will protect the citizens.
We are making progress. It is not by accident. It is by design.
Hyper unit is mission go. Prepare for deployment. Mission start in 3, 2, 1. Commencing orbital strike. Give 'em hell, Hyper.
What are we? We're Metroid now? Mission 1, Paradise Lost. Acquire 3 Apex cores from the corrupt engineers and fight your way inside the Hive prison to rescue the future citizens of Eden. Surface elevator to Vulcan is now open. Break through the city defense systems and reach as fast as possible. The use of preemptive force may be unavoidable. Yeah, this is cool looking. Like the level design and everything, and like this is very, very well done. Very well done. Cool. But I think we're gonna put a pin in it right there. I think it's pretty clear from the outset what kind of game this is going to be, and what you're in store for. Although I've noticed there's no aim down sights with this gun. There's a sight on the gun, but there's no aim down sight. Interesting. At least not yet, anyway. I assume, I mean, the only thing that we haven't seen yet is like hidden stuff, you know. But I imagine, like, I can't imagine they wouldn't have that somewhere in a game here. Probably not. We're not in a tutorial anymore, per se. But, yeah, cool. Alright. I think we're going to stop there with that one. It's pretty obvious what it is. And it's pretty cool, too. I like it. I like it a lot. So that, my friends, has been Metal Eden. It is by Raycon Games and published by Deep Silver. It is scheduled for some sort of release on Q3 2025, probably a full release. It looks like it's got a lot of polish already just on the demo here. And speaking of the demo, you can go download it for yourself all this week during the Steam Next Fest and take a look at it, and you know, do the 2 missions that are available right now. So yeah, cool stuff all around. All right, my friends, let's go and load up the next game on the list here. Yeah, there's a lot of polish on that. That's kind of blow me away at how much polish there is on that, because I mean, Deep Silver is at least a AA publisher, but I don't know about Raycon Games. I don't know if have they done anything else. I feel like they have. Oh, they did Ruiner, which is what I've played before. So that explains the visuals and stuff. Okay. Yeah, because Ruiner was definitely a interesting game. I ended up bouncing off of it because it was just, number one, the visuals were giving me a headache, and number two, the game was balls hard. You know, like it was a little too difficult to get through. But yeah, that's cool. All right, so that makes sense. That makes sense then, where all the visuals and stuff are coming from there. Let's go. Grab the next one. So what do I want to do next here? I think I definitely want to do the Sagas of Lumen. But before we do that, let's do Factory Planner demo. This one is a little bit different. It's like a factory simulation, like a logistical game, but it's with cards instead of with like actual machinery, like Satisfactory or something, or Factorio or something like that. So I'm kind of curious to see how this works. So let's go pop this in there. See what we've got. So Factory Planner. Copy this out because there's no way I'm going to spell that. And red X means. And this, when is this? Looks like it just says coming soon. Yeah, coming soon to the access. So I'll just say EA soon. Save that. And then we want to copy this again. I gotta update the things here. So we got Little Eden, we got Factory Planner. Put that in the tags. Save that. Over to Twitch here, and let's see if they have a category for it. Ooh, they have something here. They don't have an image of it, but they have something. So let's do that. Okay. Let's get that and all that in place. All right. Let's go and run it. Get into settings here. Swear to God, none of these games have audio that makes any sense. Try 20% there. That looks like that'll be about it. Yeah, that's about where the other game was. Gameplay, auto cell, display, full screen, perspective projection versus orthographic. Oh, it's gonna be a top-down one. Okay. Well, it is cards, I guess. I don't know why it took 1920 by 1080 here. Let's go Windows. 2560 by 14. Oh, it's not. That's weird. Okay. 2560 by 1440. full screen. It's really not. It's not really not full screen. I think it's borderless. It just doesn't seem that way. Weird. Anyway, it's a demo. You can tell by the fact that their title card image is only 1080p. All right, let's roll with this then. All right, my friends, let's take a look at a Factory Planner demo. This is by Ledley Games and published by Red X Games. It is set to come into early access soon. Doesn't have an actual date, just says soon. But it is currently a free demo during the Steam Next Fest going on right now, so you can take a look at it there. It appears to be a factory building game with logistics and stuff, kind of similar to like your Factorio and stuff, except it's all cards. So I'm kind of intrigued to see how this works out. So without further ado, let's hop on into the game, shall we? Welcome, Chief. Our country is in the process of economic recovery after the Second Industrial War. Therefore, the resources of the planet are important to us. We must use these resources in the most efficient way and industrialize the planet. We have made all the necessary preparations to industrialize this planet. Let's go over it if you want. All right, start. Missions panel is located on the left side of the screen. You can track your active mission steps here. Completing missions grants you various rewards. Keep an eye on them and aim to complete as many as you can. Deck panel is located at the bottom of the screen. You can collect your items on deck panel, sort them however you like, or drag them across the game to add them to your factory. You can remove them back to the deck anytime you want. Inner panels. Every item in the factory planner has its own inner panel. You can view its properties and perform actions specific to that item. To open an inner panel, simply click on the item. Okay. So, factory. Assignment panel. Some objects allow special interactions with engineers. These objects have assignment slots inside their inner panels. Drag engineers into these slots to enable interactions. For example, assigning an engineer to an exploration zone enables exploration to begin. Different facilities have different types of interactions. Try assigning engineers to discover what each one does. Okay, so Dr. Azula, exploration speed 30%. Start exploration. Exploration zones are single-use objects that require an assigned engineer to activate. Once started, the engineer becomes unavailable during the exploration. This is how you discover essential production areas like mines and resource reserves, and sometimes new exploration areas to investigate. Okay. Ruined facility. Clean. Oh, there we go. Okay. Place the cards. Place an item from deck onto the board. Simply drag it. You can also return it to the board, to your deck the same way. All right. So, place a miner on the board. Factory alert panel. The factory alert panel shows production errors. By clicking on the alarm, you can easily access the machine that has stopped production. Miner is not connected properly. Okay. Yeah. I got it. So, oh, so it's got an in and an out port. All right, and this has got an out port. So, put the iron there. Connect the out to the in. There we go. Got it. And then container on this side. Input output nodes. Items basically have two different nodes, input output. Yeah, I kind of caught that. Connection between cards. Yes, that's pretty self-explanatory too. All right. Awesome. Cool. So that's working for us. So I did these. Connect the output of iron mine. Oh, you know what? It doesn't detect that I did that. So let me do it again. There we go. Resources panel is located on the right side of the screen. It shows all the substances currently in your inventory. As you produce new materials, they'll be automatically categorized here. You can always check how much you have. Boredom begins. Okay. Tech tree panel. You can access the tech tree panel by clicking the button at the top. As research new technologies, unlock and discover new to produce. Okay. So. I'm trying to click on it, but it's not. It's not clicking. It won't let me. It won't let me click on it. Unless wait, am I looking at the wrong thing here? Oh, it's this button down here. I was going to say, like, this doesn't seem like the right button. It's this one. There we go. So what do we got? We got mining 1. Recipes. Oh, see, they're gonna have to work on that little on the scroll bar here. Scroll wheel, I mean. Power generation melting. Let's do power generation. Unlock for 5. Unlock for 4. Melting 1. Alright, cool. Crafter panel. You can access crafter panel by clicking the crafting button. Craft items you want using materials, facility and organization cards in the factory planner. Okay. So, converts coal into electrical energy. Miner power hub. Smelter. So, I guess want the smelter. And this requires bricks. Okay. So the smelter. So what are we doing? Iron. What's this output of this? Alright, well, smelter here. Energy output is not connected. Ah, I got it. Okay. So ruined chambers. Assign you and start exploring. This is an interesting way of doing it. I actually really like this. There we go. Got 5 research things. Power link. Some items produce power while others require it to function. To set up a power route, connect the yellow power nodes between items. Once linked, power now flow through the network and activate connected systems. Okay. All right, so what we got here? We got a coal mine, a miner, and coal generator. Let's do that. And then that can go, power for that can go, oops, over to there. Recipe selection. It's important to choose a recipe for items that produce. Inside their inner panels, you'll see a list of available recipes. Selecting one activates the recipe and the object will begin production as long as the required inputs are available. Okay. So, production. So I guess we want iron ingots from the ore. Eventually we want copper. Well, actually we want bricks from limestone. I see. Okay. Iron ingots from there. So then I go and take this out of here and put it up into there. And then we get a container here somewhere. Shop. Oh, you can buy stuff. Okay, that's interesting. If you're like just really low on something, you don't want to wait for it. But I need another container. I guess I can't get another container right now. Unless I just reuse this one. Does it tell me how much? I guess this extraction. Yeah, no, it's got 347 in it. Okay. Demand. Oh, this is cool. You can see all the like how much demand there is on stuff and everything else going on in there. Okay. Very cool. Select the coal energy recipe in the coal generator. Oh, I guess it's not actually producing the energy yet. Ah, I got it. Okay. Oh, now now the smelter's going. All right. I was like wondering why it wasn't complaining yet. Okay. Produce iron ingot 10 at the smelter. Okay. So how do I get another container here? I would like to make a container. Hmm. This is a little bit of a problem. Maybe I have to research it. Let me see. Fabricator. That's 10. Smelter. Coal mine. Oh, containers over here. So I need fabrication 1, which needs 10. Okay. So I guess I was wondering if I needed 2 to do this, but it's like, you can just use the 1 if you want, apparently. All right, so far so good. And we have time, can speed things up too. All right, all right. This is good. This is good stuff. Copper, limestone, sulfur. All right. Oh, we didn't get any research stuff for that. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, 30 per minute. Oh, I see. I can just tell it to extract the materials right away. Ah, okay, manually, and they just come into my inventory here. Oh, I didn't know that. I was like, how do I do this so I don't have another container? There we go. Oh, here's another. They just gave me containers. Cool. Um, put that container there. And now can I throw this iron? Oop. Can I just throw this iron ore into this container? No. Oh, I guess we can just sell it. Not that much. It's not that much there. Although I bet I needed it for the research or something. Well, let's see. No, I didn't need it for that. Okay. So craft a fabricator. Got it. Which is the thing that needed 5 coal coke. Okay. So I guess what we can do is let's move this over here. Does the power hub central node for distributing energy across systems ensures consistent power flow. So if I put a container here and I move this to there and then this to there, it's just putting coal in there. So if I craft the fabricator. So, but how do you do the coal coke? We craft another smelter here. And let's see if you can do, oh, here we go. Yeah, select recipe. So you need coal. So we want to do, can I split that off? Is the question there. Well, actually, this can take coke energy, right? So what I can do is I can get rid of that for a second. Let's come over here and do this to that. You will do coal coke, and then I need to power you through the power hub here. So we'll go do that. Oh. go off the coke energy there. Hopefully, if you're producing. No, why are you not? Um, select the recipe. Maybe this isn't, yeah, it isn't working right now. Um, there we go. There it is. Now it's it's all down to timing here. Is what it comes down to here. Yeah, that now appears to be working properly. Okay, this guy is now producing correctly as well. It looks like, okay. I had to kind of finagle it a little bit to get it to understand it's what it needed to do. Okay, so now we have that. I need to craft a fabricator, which we can do now. There we go. Cool. All right, what does this say? Connect the power output of the coal generator and the power input of the power hub. I've done that. Power hub and power input of the smelter. Fabricator. Smelter to input of the fabricator. Okay. Connect the output the smelter to input of the fabricator. With the smelter coal generator. So what do we need here? We're trying to make, I guess, copper stuff. Connect the power output of the coal generator and the power output of the power hub. I've done that. Go. Get the power output of the power hub and the power input of the smelter. Why is that giving me problems? There we go. It's directional. That's what's going on. I'll put the smelter input of the fabricator. But they didn't say to do they wanted to do, which is a copper mine, right? Or, well, I guess maybe they want to do iron rods or something. We have iron ingots here, right? So let's move this down here. Or I guess actually we'll just do it. Like that. Produce iron rods. Okay. Those are both output. Why is there a blue one there? Containers and canisters store materials in their internal inventory. To manually extract those materials, use the extraction tab in their inner panel. Select the amount you want to extract using the slider bar. Extracted materials will appear in your deck panel ready for use. Yeah, see, that tutorial should have been a little bit earlier, I feel like. Oh, they gave me more containers here. Let's just do that. I guess the blue input is to do like a second recipe that comes to a blue output, maybe. Okay. Extract iron rod 3. Okay. Yay, resource materials, look at the shop panel. Sell the cards. Sell areas located at the far right of the deck panel. Drag your cards here to sell them in exchange for fact credits. It's a great way to get value for materials or items you no longer need. Okay. Sell the 3 iron rods is what they want me to sell. Alright. Cool. Delivery requests. Sometimes characters will request specific materials. These delivery quests appear at the top left of the deck panel. When you speak with the requester, the option to accept or decline the quest. If accepted, gather the required resources and fulfill the request to earn rewards. Okay. That was a lot to say. Do quests. Camera movement, WASD, zoom in and out. Alright, end tutorial. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Deep core. See what you have to say. We don't have luxury delay. Civil stability hinges on supplies arriving on time. Show contract. A high-ranking state official known for her cold logic and strategic decisions during the Republic's toughest times. She requires common materials to maintain civil infrastructure and keep the Republic stable. She values discipline above all. She wants 5 copper rods and 5 coal powder. And we get an exploration card for it. Okay. Cool. I kind of wish you could right click and drag instead of just WASD here, because it's very imprecise, but hopefully that's something they can deal with. So what splitter? Oh, we got splitters here and stuff too, and then the copper mine. So let's see if I can get a copper mine integrated here. Let's put it up top. And I need a... So I wonder if that can go into the fabricator as the second... Is that... What does the upgrade do? Okay. Production. It's copper rods and coal powder. So here's the thing that I think is also going to be really important, and maybe they have it here somewhere. But it would be really nice if I could tell which one of these cards actually, like, is it the smelter that does the coal, like, powder? Doesn't look like it. So the fabricator does it? No, it doesn't look like it either. So where does the coal powder come from? I guess we got to research something to do it. See, it would be nice if they could kind of like one of the really nice quality of life things that Satisfactory did was it has a basically an integrated wiki. You just have a search bar that I think it was like H or something that opens up the search bar or something like that. And you can type in anything, like type in a recipe or something, and it would actually show you like here's the machine you need to make this recipe and all that stuff, and you can actually just see it right there. I kind of something like this that would be such a nice quality of life thing for this game to have, because a lot of games like this rely heavily on wikis, and that's fine, but having to tab out of the game to look at the wiki, to tab back, and all this stuff is annoying. If you can like integrate that nicely right into the game, like even if it can make it like I can click on the recipe name and it will take me right to where I need to what I need to see. That is so much nicer than it just the quality of life just is goes through the roof. Then it's so much better to be able to do that. All right, so we got organization. So then that doesn't give us anything there though. See, you can right click and drag in here, but you can't on the main screen. So that's kind of weird. Um, for Christ's sake, how how is it possible that I'm streaming in a category that isn't even fully fleshed out, has one follower, and I'm getting fucking botted? God damn it! Seriously. And of course they used um foreign characters to get around the like if you were saying like best viewers kind of thing. Thanks for doing that, Outlaw. I appreciate it. that is blows my mind. Just blows my mind. Oh my goodness. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Um, all right. So we'll have to figure out what coal powder does. But oh my god, I'm getting all these requests. Who are all these people? Precision begins with supply. What's this contract? You want iron ore, which I actually have enough of already, and then iron cases. Okay, I'll take that. And then what do you want? Coal. I can already do this right away. Okay. What do you want? Iron cases, sure. And then you want copper and sulfur. Okay. So this one we can already deliver, right? So let's complete that. That's easy. That was the easy peasy. We have 5 majiggers for it. And yeah, okay. All right. Sure. Exploration. I can see now why they have all these tabs here because this gets crazy after a little bit. So I need a miner here. So craft that. Let's get you up there. Doing this. There we go. And so you're getting the copper, so then I need a fabricator. I wonder if I could do, does it let you do? See, yeah, it does. It does. Okay. So if I put that into the blue input and the blue output, then I can get the other thing, right? Which saves a lot of time and energy here. So go right. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it though. I guess it's a special like blue input or something. Okay, that's fine. I was hoping I could get around making another one, but I guess we're making another one. Coal cook. I need to. Oh wait, is this number? Did that number just go up? I think it did. Question mark. Oh, it's okay. I see what's going on. So I need you to split off your output here. So move this here. I'm going to put a splitter here, a container here, and you're going to go up into there. You're going to split off to there. Come on. Come on now. And split off to there. There we go. All right, so now you should be collecting coal coke. Yes. Yes, you are. All right. So, fabricator, craft you. Place you up here. We got to power you up. So are these just inputs and then... Is that just... Are they just inputs? I feel like that should just allow me to do anything I want there. Okay, no, they're not listed as inputs and outputs, but I guess that's how it's working. So, looks like I put another power hub here. That's kind of annoying. And so let's do this to that, and then this to that. All right, fine. That's the way you want to do it. We got inputs there. You're going to make copper rods. Oh, he needs copper ingots. Damn it. So I need a smelter. I mean, that makes sense. Smelter. Right there. Fracking hell, that also needs power. Yeah, another power hub. Which needs 2 copper ingots. Okay. Go there. You make copper ingots. And I will extract them. There we go. All right, and then we'll make the power hub that we need. Like so. That there. All right, then you will go here. Sell these. All right, and then you're making rods, and then I need to get a container. It's a caster. Oh, gases or liquids. Okay, container. I need iron cases. God damn you. Damn you. Right. What's in this container? Some iron ingots. I wonder if I can reuse. I'll bet it tells me to go F myself here if I do this, but let's see. No, it's letting me do it. Okay. So I can put multiple stuff in a container. All right. That works for me. That works for my purposes. Okay, and then what do we need for? We still need the iron cases for that. We need coal powder. So copper rod and coal powder. Oh, we also need copper ingots for stuff. So I should probably split this guy off here. One go in there, and we're still gonna need a container for the other thing. I wonder if I can. I might just buy some iron cases here. No, it doesn't look like it. So if we want to make a iron case, we're gonna need a fabricator for that, right? Is that what this guy does? Yeah, iron case is probably iron ingots, I imagine, right? Yeah, it's iron ingots. Okay, so so we split off this guy, and then we need another. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I have two white inputs there, can I have two recipes going? See, that just switched that recipe over. I don't think that's no. I bet that's for more complicated things that require more materials, like multiple materials. And the blue one is probably either the upgrade thing or it's some other thing, probably. That's probably what that is. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so making another fabricator. Let's do that. And I need a splitter. So do the splitter here. Up there. I have a fabricator here. We go into there. We need power for this guy. And you will make the iron cases we need. Hopefully. Maybe, hopefully. There we go. it was thinking about it for a minute. Okay. And then we need 5 of those. We need a lot of them, but at least that many. So then the container. I need 3 just to make the container. So maybe will this hold a third one? No. Did it hold a third one? It did. Good. All right. Craft that. Beginner's alloy. Craft 10 cards. Okay. There we go. All right. Now we got a container for that. That works out well. So then we can start doing. We can start knocking some of these contracts off. That one right there would be relatively straightforward. This one, 5, and then we need sulfur powder, so we have to get like the sulfur mine going at some point here. But let me see, deep cave. Let's get you exploring because I'm just holding on to that. This is really like I want to say this is very ingenious. I mean, it's got all the stuff that a factory game would have, in addition to like exploration, which is not something you would have necessarily in a factory game. But it's distilled it all down into like almost like a board game kind of thing. It's really pretty cool. It's really interesting. So what do we get here? Another coal mine and some copper ingots. Okay, this contract we can complete now. Awesome. Got a lot of money for that too. And then this guy or this girl is can almost do now. It's coal mine. We got plenty of coal in there. It looks like because this container is like a quarter of the way full right now. Complete that. Okay, let's see what our research has here. Heavy pressure unlocks hydraulic forging techniques to produce durable plates and sheets. Okay. Or grinding. Sulfur. Oh, we need the sulfur powder. Let's get that first. Because we need that for the coal powder and the sulfur powder. So we couldn't make those anyway. From what I had there, because we needed the grinder. Crushes raw materials into fine powder or fragments useful in various processes. I'm guessing we need a grinder, so we need some bricks, which we have not created yet. Those I think are over here, right? No? No, those are in the smelter, right? Yeah. So what does that need? Limestone. Okay. So we have the limestone quarry here. I wonder, do we need, is there a limit to this coal generator? How much this will generate? Because kind of throwing, so 30 megawatts is what it generates. Can I see like how much power we have in the system here? 30 megawatts. So this guy, I mean, that's another thing that's going to be really important here. So he takes 5. So it's 5, 10, 15. What do you take? 4. So it's 15. That's 19. 20, 21, 22, 23. The miners don't take any power. So it's 23. So we have 7 more megawatts that we can do off of that thing there before we have to create another one. So let's do limestone quarry. Let's do miner here. And a smelter. So you got a miner, you got a smelter. Power him up, hopefully. All right, and then you are going to produce bricks. And we'll get a container to store them, because why not? There we go. All right. So we're getting bricks there. And then what did I need? I need the bricks for something. Oh, to craft the grinder. That's what I was like. I need these for something. I can't remember what now. So you have a grinder. So what does this take? This takes 8 megawatts. So we need another coal generator, which takes bricks, which I just happen to do. Okay. And we have another coal mine here, so I need another miner. And I think we'll just power it straight off of coal, maybe. See how it goes. So let's move down here, I guess. Coal mine, miner. Coal generator. Like so. And then let's get a power hub here. There we go. Put that power into the power hub. And then I need the grinder. So the grinder, we needed, we do need coal powder. And we need sulfur powder. Okay. So let's get a splitter here. Craft that. And we'll move this stuff over a little bit. Like so. And have you come up there. Have you come up there. You will make coal powder. And then we need a container. There we go. All right. Just 2 more and then that contract is done. There we go. Complete that. Then we just need sulfur powder here. So we have a sulfur mine. Which I can put right there, I think. Sulfur mine. We'll get a miner and a grinder and a container. Right, so let's put it. I guess we'll put it right here. It doesn't matter. Miner, and then a grinder, and then a container. Get the power out of this guy. Have you make sulfur powder. Hook up your output here. Hook up your output there. Whoops, come on. And then your output to the container. There we go. All right. We're almost done with that contract as well. All right. Ruined facility. Let's put you, oops. Let's put you on that. Get some exploration done. Then we just need to wait for the copper ingots to catch back up again. Oh wait, am I not making copper ingots? No, I am. I am making copper ingots, right? Maybe. Limestone quarry, ruined chambers. Am I not making copper ingots? Iron case. Is our copper mine. Copper ingots. Oh, I think I don't have a container up there. That's what it is. I had the splitter, but I didn't put the stuff from the splitter in there. Yeah, here it is. I'm like, wait, how did I not get any copper ingots? Complete that. Can sell these copper ingots. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Frostbite Ridge. I assume we'll get other engineers at some point here too. So while that's going on, what do we have? Heavy pressure. Unlock that. It's gathering 1. 18. Expands resource collection to organic and liquid materials supporting agriculture and early chemical industries. Oh, cool. Holy hell, look at this. Look at this tree. Okay. Agriculture, electronics, precision, and then warfare, tactical, military. Oh, okay. Okay. I like what they're doing here. Okay. I get it. I get it. I understand what they're doing here. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this a lot. Here's all our resources, tier 1, and they actually bring up the resources by tier too, which is really good. Yeah, cool. All right, I get the gist. I get the gist. There we go. All right, cool. Excellent. This, my friends, has been Factory Planner. It is by Levely Games and published by Red Axe Games. It's a free demo right now, available during the Steam Next Fest going on, and it's going to come to early access soon, is what they say. So there you have it on that. I think it's fantastic. Factory Builder, if you like Factory Builder games, this one just takes a lot of that. It adds a little bit of its own flavor to it, and just puts it as cards. It distills it down to just cards and stuff. It reminds me a lot like the Shapes.io game and stuff like that, where it just kind of takes the basic factory logistical stuff and it just kind of brings it back to its basics and just gets you onto that really into that groove of that you really like, when it's just like distills it down to the fun parts and doesn't really worry about too much about the visuals and stuff, which is really great. I mean, I like visuals too, but it's also nice occasionally just have you know, very basic, straightforward one. So, cool stuff there. Cool stuff all around. All right. The difficulty now is we only have like half an hour, which might be enough time to take a look at something else. But we'll have to see what that something else is going to be here. So, let me think. What might be something relatively straightforward? Well, you know, we can do a run in Undermine 2. Why not? I've played a little bit of this already, so I know what I'm getting into. But I might as well. I mean, many of you probably haven't played it yet, so why the heck not? I guess. Or what's the other one? Generation Exile. So this one, I have no idea what to expect on this one. I did want to do the Sagas of Lumen, but I have a feeling this is an action RPG. I have a feeling it's going to take a little bit to get really started. Generation Exile. This one I just downloaded because I was like, I'm not sure about this. It does have mostly positive. And it says it's available this year. It's a colony sim, but it's like a turn-based colony sim kind of thing. You know what? Let's try it. I haven't looked at it all, so why not? Why not? That's why we're here. Take a look at this. This one. Let's see what we got. Generation Exile, Sonderlust Studios. And I think this is just saying available 2025, right? Yeah. Say 2025 there on that one. Put that up there, okay. And that again. Let's get that into YouTube and into change the Twitch category. Exile, put that in tags. One of these days YouTube will let me put multiple games in instead of relying on the tags. I do multiple games. One of these days. Alright, and then I want to switch over to Generation Exile. It's a different image, but I'm going to assume it's got one follower, so simulation, strategy, survival. I don't know what to call it that, but I guess I'll assume that that's the correct category. We'll see. We'll see if that's the correct category or not, I guess. All right. So let's go and Generation Exile. Do I have this? No, I got it. Stop cursor from leaving the screen. There we go. Okay. Let me see if I can get the audio set up here so it doesn't blast us out of the room. Maybe. Settings. Oh yeah, it's definitely loud there. It went almost up into the red in OBS there. Audio. Good God. Every game has a different slider value for volume. It absolutely blows my mind. This is now between 0 and 1, this game. Jesus Christ. All right. It looks like 50% is about what we have there. Settings and then graphics. So I guess I can bring that audio up now. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay, that seems reasonable. Frame rate limit 60. Graphics quality high. Alright, save. Alright, new game. Oh, I should do my spiel here. All right, welcome on in, friends. We're going to jump into Generation Exile. It is by Sonderless Studios, and it is a free demo out right now during the Steam Next Fest demo week. And it is scheduled for some kind of release this year, 2025. It is bills itself as a strategy city builder, and that's about all I know. So let's see what we got here. We didn't get very far from Earth before strange things started happening. It's 2 years after launch. Last year, you would have said things were going well. This year, the compost worms hummed, and at least 5 people were lost to sudden sinkholes. Ellis Iverson taps you on the shoulder. We've known Ellis since years before the Generation Ship mission. He helped you clean up the mess, and nobody ever found out. He removed your Earth ID chip. He's the last living agricultural disease specialist. You're going to need him. Ellis is toting a huge duffel bag. It's time, he says intensely. This is only getting worse. Back on Earth, the scales had periods of inactivity. We can hope that one of those is coming, but who knows when. We need to hole up. You curse under your breath in ever-present chagrin. We tried so hard to keep the scales off the ship. Yes, you trust Ellis. You grab what you can and follow him. In the subsurface, made up of artificial cave passages and cabled access tunnels, a few hundred people form your group. You occasionally radio with other parties, scattered in other underground spaces. You live on the rations intended as planetfall supplies. At first, people make brief returns to the biome surface. Not all come back. You stay below. So, one of the things I do know about this is that you are... Apparently, the premise of the story is a whole bunch of humans jumped onto a generational ship. You're out in the stars in this big, planet-sized ship, I guess, or at least a generational ship, something that can sustain itself. And you're out to try to find a new planet, and mostly driven away from Earth due to something called some kind of disease or something that's infected everything and basically destroyed Earth's biome or something like that. Anyway, you've been down here for months, you calculate. You and Ellis are once again bemoaning the hubris of Earth's ruling class, consuming Earth in their greed and then paying for a quick environmental fix, which turned out, of course, to be the scales. They had no idea what they were doing. Ellis is half yelling for the umpteenth time when there's a commotion around one of the tents. You join the crowd clustered at the entrance of Kyung Iwasaki's tent. Inside, Kyung's belongings have been pushed aside, revealing something sprouting from the dense earth of the cave floor. You focus on it as it begins to move. It looks like a human hand, formed from roots and tendrils. Someone behind you whispers, "It's signing letters, I'm sure of it, but it's nonsense, it's not words." Fear echoes through the cave. We have to leave. The scales has made its way inside. It's not safe here anymore. Maybe the surface is cleared enough to restart food production. You consider how few supplies remain. There's no other choice. In the last supply cache preparing your group to make its way upward, you stumble across a toroidal support robot, which, according to its packaging, was intended to help with settlement after planetfall. You switch it on a few hundred years early. As indicator light blinks on, a synthetic voice peeps. Ship data connection established. Oxygen use shows a smaller living population than even the most conservative projection models. Robot rotates to face you. My crew roster indicates that you are the most experienced and qualified individual to serve as the settlement's caretaker. Congratulations. You are more disheveled than your profile indicates. Please allow me a moment to update it. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go with the default and just see what we got here. Lango, we'll just do that as the nickname. Alright, the moment of truth. This freight elevator abandoned as we abandon everything on the ship is in good enough shape to ferry us up. Oof, excuse me. The rest of the people down here are scraping together everything they can to give us a better start. We have no idea what we'll find on the surface. Buddy is waiting for its turn to return to surface. Its lights flicker complacently. Ellis watches you as you enter the elevator. He's exhausted from helping haul in the remaining supplies. There's little remaining, but he smiles at you. Kyung is ready to go and has been ever since the elevator was located. She fidgets absent. Right, first steps. First, we'll need to restore basic infrastructure for anyone else coming out and joining us. Fortunately, there are many dilapidated and ruined structures nearby to salvage. Unsettling, they've gotten so derelict so quickly. Use WASD or right-click and drag to move the camera around. Okay. We'll have to establish a salvage yard in range of the ruined structures. I'll mark suitable locations to build it when you do. Open a build bar below and select salvage yard. Salvage yard will be up and running shortly. And what a big saw it will have. Okay, and turn it bottom right to progress. Okay. Salvage yard will, okay. And tile needs attention. Oh, here we go. Folks at the salvage yard will start gathering from nearby ruined structures without any more direction from you. Such autonomy. Right now, the salvage is just a heap of recycling, but build a material reconstitutor nearby and it'll get turned into something we can use again. This is the start of the production chain. Okay. Many structures require specific resources to function. A material reconstitutor needs water every turn. Build a water tank near the reconstitutor to make it operational. Okay. Two crew members arrive to help. As you take the first steps towards rebuilding, two skilled crew members step forward, ready to assist you. Their skills will be invaluable to you as you continue to expand and make efforts to restore the biome back to its intended state. By assigning them to tasks and putting their talents to use, we can take another step forward or toward securing a thriving home for everyone on the ship. People need places to live, water to drink, food to eat. Keep in mind that as the population grows, these needs will increase. Build a basic habitat to provide shelter and then supply it with food and water. Okay. Alright, so within range of the tank there. And then build cricket farm. Crickets are a sustainable source of protein. Okay. I'll take your word on that. I guess I can only do one operation per... one construction per thing here. Oh, because it has build requirements that aren't met. Okay. Do that. Alright. Development levels. Re-establishing our settlement will require meeting the needs of the population. I've helpfully categorized them for you. It seems easier than impossible to achieve them all. Toggle development goals list by clicking on the tracker. Advancing development levels adds new structures and goals. Okay. Okay, so that's the tracker. Gather 2 raw materials, lone survivors. Okay. Development level increased. Salvagers, your efforts have improved the settlements. Waste storage facility, bio waste is new demand. And +1 unhoused population. Population well-being. Providing for the ship means monitoring many things that can affect the population's well-being. People need to not just survive but thrive. Click the well-being bar to see modifiers affecting it. Unstable ecosystem, insufficient shelter, waste not stored. Okay. I see. Say what? Waste storage facility. Over there, and then what else do they need? Sufficient shelter. Okay, I guess I can't build more than one thing per turn, I guess. A crisis of sorts. An alarm starts blaring through the ship. An electrical fire has broken out near the storage bay. Smoke is already thick in the corridor. 2 crew members rush to respond. Bryn insists she has the technical expertise to handle it safely, while Arif argues that his knowledge of the ship's layout makes him better suited to navigate the hazard. Both are determined, but sending the wrong person could make the situation worse. You can step in yourself or choose which crew member will face the flames. Well, if Arif knows the ship's layouts, then let him do it. Arif charges in, confident he can find a safe route, but the spreading flames and collapsing debris catches him off guard. He manages to contain part of the fire, but suffers burns in the process. The colony's supplies are preserved, but you'll be down 1 capable crew member while they recover. Okay. Crisis and fortune events. Never a dull moment, it seems. There are any manner of challenges ahead, but circumstances may be favorable to us as well. Completing actions has a chance to advance the crisis fortune tracks, triggering an event of that type upon filling entirely. Okay. Alright. Lots of stuff going on. We need some more habitats here, right? Temporary shelters. Why is this a thing? Assign a task member. Difficulty rating hard. Task level 5. So they're tasked with actually building it. Okay. Basic needs met. We're +1 here. Stable ecosystem is still dragging us down. Biome pillar. Okay. So I guess we character level increased. Bryn Shimada. Eye for style. Chance of adding beautiful trait to completed structures. Basic builder adds +1 modifier to basic build tasks. Resilient gains less stress from complications during build tasks. Do basic thing there, and then our development level increased. Your efforts have improved the settlement. Water condenser, power distributor, water desalinator, dismantle scrubber. Okay, +2 development points. +1 unhoused population. New team member available. Organized, hygienic, cooperative, greedy. Insightful, organized, eloquent, clumsy. Prepared, constructive, flirty, friendly. Sway mastery. This character can be extremely convincing. Character isn't bad at learning. Create mastery. Sway. Study mastery. I'll do you, I think. The biome's prolonged period of unattendance has caused fertilization systems to poison the soil with an excess of nitrate salts. This can be undone, but will need to power up some restoration structures. Build a power distributor to enable ecosystem restoration structures. These massive scrubbers have been acting like life support for the biome, but only barely. If we take one offline and reallocate its power, the ecosystem can get to a point of restoring itself with time and our help. But we'll have to act quickly after taking one down. Select the scrubber and click the dismantle action in its selection menu. Okay. Build a power distributor. Storage. Power distributor. Extensive range of power grid. Requires power. I guess this way. You want it. You want it. And then, I guess I can't do anything else. Yeah, so it's only like one thing per turn, apparently. Oh, does that take 3 turns? Is that why it says, like... I have no idea. Oh, I tried clicking on it, it didn't do it. Alright, with power extended to this area, we can remove the excess fertilizer nitrates. Over processing that out of the soil and water will produce additional byproduct that is itself toxic. We need to build structures to manage that as well. Okay. Oh, did I move it? Did I make it too far out? Because that was like the thing that I had highlighted. And it's like, no, you have no power. think I somehow, like, I thought tiles where it had the power thing there was where you needed to put it, but apparently that was just telling me there was no power there. Build one environmental cleaner. Wait. So they want me to dismantle a scrubber. Oh, maybe that's why it doesn't have enough power. Because the power. Where does it tell me how much? So I have 0 power available. Alright, so if I do that, dismantle the scrubber. That will theoretically give me 1 power back, right? Give me 5 power back. Okay. Sufficient power. Yeah, okay. Alright, so done that. Requires 1 power to operate. Character level increased. Understudy, I guess. Oh, okay, now it's on. Okay. It's just the UI, like I just noticed over here it said off and on. I was like, oh, okay. Now it's on. Alright. Yeah, it's taking me a little bit to figure things out here. Alright, so then what we need is environmental cleaner. Water condenser. I don't know where the environmental cleaner is here. Power distributor. What else is going on here? Sufficient shelter. Build 1 environmental cleaner. Am I just blind here? I guess these are considered environmental cleaners, right? The soil processor and water desalinator. But I can't build it for some reason. I mean, I've got the power for it. It requires 3. I guess it requires 3. Oh, 3 raw materials. Okay. So we'll burn a turn then? Okay. Okay. So we have the water desalinator. And then cleaned tiles 0, 5. I assume this maybe will clean all of that water there. That would be kind of nice. So we have we need some more shelter. Right, so basic habitat. Do that. Okay. Arsonist or artist. Fires keep breaking out in unusual places. Some call the unknown fire starter a menace and a reckless vandal putting the colony at risk, but others see something more, a hidden genius making art out of destruction. A meeting is held to discuss the situation. Bryn Shimada believes this has gone too far, demands an immediate crackdown. Meanwhile, Arif Steinkowitz argues that this artist is making a statement and suggests reaching out instead of punishing them. The crew look to you for suggestions on how to handle the situation. Well, fire bad, okay. Let's try to contact them. Instead of hunting them down, you send a message. You send a message. You see their work and you want to understand it. A few days pass before you find a response. A series of symbols burn into a wall, forming a pattern eerily similar to an ancient star map. The crew is divided. Some believe you've reached them. Others think you're encouraging further destruction. Then a next fire breaks out, this time in a food storage unit. Whether they intended it or not, their art has cost the colony dearly. Go figure. Go figure. So clean tiles 1 of 5. Oh yeah, so it is slowly like cleaning tiles up, which is good. How are we doing here? Damaged food supply -1. Stable ecosystem. Okay. Upgrade from hub. So we just have to clean those tiles now. So I guess it would be good to just... Is there more salvage we have? Utility tower. There's more stuff there. There's more stuff over here. I wonder... Get a salvage yard. I can get a salvage yard there. Get that going. Alright. Cool. Let's get this guy working for us. Get us even more stuff per turn. Which I think will be a good thing. This tiles are getting cleaned. I guess also it would be good to have a soil processor here. Stores a byproduct as waste. That's the other thing I haven't done yet. I haven't built the byproduct processing facility. Producing waste that. Yeah. So we need 3 resources for that. So I guess we just got to burn a couple turns here. Okay. And manage byproducts. Should now be managed. Hopefully. And then we just need soil processor here. I guess over here. Yeah, for the nitrates in there. Character level increased. Resilience. What does that take as well as power? It just takes 1 power, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Needs more water to function. Building storage is full. Oh, that's right. We need like a produce materials from. That's why it wasn't working. I need to produce materials from it. Okay. Okay, and then get a water tank here. All right, so we got that. And then so we're +1 there, and then I want to get so processor. We need one more thing for that. Okay, so select upgrade from hub. Upgrade from hub. Oh, over here. Yeah, here we go. Improve distribution. Increase the food production by 1. Waste storage, 25% more storage capacity for waste. Size of water tanks by 50%. Let's do the capacity for waste. For that one. Go. Alright, and it's your problem. Building storage is full. Okay. Hopefully that won't be the case for long. Soil processor. How close can I get that to? I'm gonna have to I mean, I want to get more range out of it, but at the same time, well, let's just see. Let's put it down. Let's see what we can do here. Water tanks are a finite resource. Once their supply is distributed, they're empty. This can really interrupt the production chain, so make sure to set up a replacement. It's possible to dismantle empty water tanks or reclaim some materials, but will leave behind a mess. Okay. Development level increased. Grouping. Your efforts have improved the settlement, crops, farm, advanced habitats, water pump, water distributor. Okay. And organized, prepared, carrying, resilient. Sure. Our infrastructure is limited. People are living in tents and eating a demi-gruel made from insects. We should focus on building more developed, sustainable production chains and better housing. Yeah, okay, so this guy is just empty. That soil processor is done. Is he going to here? So your storage is full. Is there another character level increased? Is there another, so what do I do with your storage? There's 3. So, okay. Provides 1 bio waste. So, what do I do with that? Water pump, water condenser. Power, okay. So that produces water, but will that put it into... I can put it up on the mountain. So that doesn't do it into tanks, though. It just does it directly to things here. Okay. Build water pump. Tanks. They don't take any power though, but it's crops farm. What does that take as input? Consumes water, produces that. Does anything consume bio waste here? Like I don't understand. Oh, waste storage facility. That's what I'm looking for. So that requires 2. It doesn't look like it requires... I don't know if it requires any power, though. I assume it requires at least 1 power. Probably. Okay. Oh, there's the other waste storage facility. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I was like, how did I not need that before? And I did. It just was too far out of range. You're working late one evening when you hear something loud. You jump, thinking it might be an emergency alarm, but Buddy is quick to correct you. What you're hearing is booming dance music. through the biome's hub speaker system. The robot attempts to turn the music off, but the playback seems to be bypassing standard commands for broadcasts. Buddy has yet to find a workaround several hours later when Idris bursts into her room, furious. What the hell is going on? This is outrageous. I can't possibly sleep like this, he shouts in lieu of greeting. He insists that you do something about this disruption immediately. Investigate who's behind this. Decide to get serious, you need to ferret out the DJ's identity. You usher Idris out and get to work. After much sifting through data, you discover the DJ's identity, and it's not something you would have ever imagined. The DJ isn't a person at all, but an automated playlist that belonged to Mania de la Fuente, a crew member who died during the incident. You're able to access his login details and make changes to the playlist, including disable it completely. You relay what you found to Idris. His reply surprises you. He's now not sure if he wants the music to stop. It was a weird sort of memorial after all. Perhaps there's a compromise? Reduce how often the music plays. Leave the program as is. Reduce how often it plays. Idris is happy with this compromise. You're surprised at how fast people begin to say they look forward to the tunes every week. Alright, turn duties. So we got we have one crisis thing and nothing on the fortune. No fortune, just crisis. That's all we get out of it. People need homes. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, so I see what they're going for. It's I don't know why this is still not built. Yeah, is it just not? I don't know. I don't know. There's obviously a lot going on. There's a lot of calculations going on and all that stuff. I think the UI could use some work, a little bit here and there. So, there's some things like the on-off power switch and stuff that are kind of buried in plain sight. And a lot of these like warning things, you know, it's great and all that they're there, but they don't really. Yeah, I don't know what really to do about them half the time here. And I think assigning people is cool and all. Like, yeah, I could see that being a thing. I just it's I don't know. Everything's working kind of the way I would expect it to work, I guess. It's just that I feel like the everything looks so similar that I'm having trouble kind of tracking. I'm having trouble just looking at what I'm looking at. It gets there's a lot of I don't know what's bugging me. I honestly don't. There's a lot of logistical things going on between buildings, but it's sometimes hard to see like what to do next. Like for this one in particular, like, yeah, his storage is full for biowaste, and I had to kind of dig around and remember back to what I needed to do in order to get to store the biowaste off, kind of thing. I don't know. There's a lot of interconnections between buildings, which is cool and all, but it's kind of hurting my brain a little bit here with some of these things. And that's just, I think that's just a matter of just getting used to the game. I haven't had a chance really to get used to it right now, but I like what's here. It's just, I don't know. I just don't, I don't know. There's something about it that's, there's something about it that's bugging me, and I can't put my finger on what it is. I have a feeling. I think one of the things with turn-based games that often bugs me is when I have to burn turns to get things going. And I know that's just part of the deal. Like, that's just part of how these games work. But I don't know. Sometimes it's sometimes I just really I get really annoyed by it, right? Like when you have to wait for raw materials to come in, and then you're like, well, why aren't my raw materials coming in? And then you realize, oh, I made the salvage art, but I didn't make the reconstitutor, which actually turns it into something useful, right? And so it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it would be, maybe it would be a good thing. Like, I know some of these um, facilities, like when you place them down, it will say what it's going to synergize with around it. But I feel like maybe being able to, whenever I click on it, to be able to see that again, to see what's contributing to its, where it's getting its consumption from. Like, even if I could just like roll over this and have it show me where it's getting its water from, and then where it's sending its production to, just so that I could know, like, oh, this is not connected on this side, or it is connected on this side. It's I think maybe that would help me a little bit to visualize what's going on, because I'm having trouble seeing the interconnections again. And I think some of that's just because of the art style. Like, we got all this weird mountainous terrain, and there's a lot of, like, again, nothing stands out. Like, everything looks very similar, and so I'm having trouble distinguishing one building from another and all that. So maybe having like an overlay or something that would let me see, like, here's your residential buildings, here's your production buildings. Like, if I roll over it, maybe it has a different, instead of being a white outline, maybe it has like a green outline for housing, and like a different colored outline for salvage buildings, and or something to that effect, or like make these different categories have different colored outlines on them, and then when you roll over a building that's already been placed that goes into one of these categories, it maybe that color matches whatever the outline is here, so that you can easily see, like, oh, I got to go under this menu or that menu or something like that, to get more information. I don't know. I just, there's something about this that is bugging me, and I can't put my finger on it, on what exactly it is. There's just something here that I don't know. I like the game. I like what it's doing. There's just something about it that just keeps making my eyes go cross-eyed. It's just, I can't really figure out what it is. There's just something. Anyway, this is good. I still think it's pretty solid, and I think it's a good save game is experimental, huh? Okay. Yeah, I think it's a solid game, and I think it's still I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing there. I think this is a good foot forward to kind of show you what's happening. But yeah, this, my friends, has been Generation Exile. It is by Sunderlust Studios, and is a free demo during the Steam Next Fest going on right now, and it's scheduled for some sort of release, whether it's early access or full release, I'm not sure, this year. So there you have it, my friends. That will also do it for me for tonight. it's getting late, and you know, I'm gonna get up in the morning and all those things. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, my friends. Tomorrow night, I believe the Altars is coming out tomorrow, which is a game I played a demo for a while back, and it's one I've been kind of anticipating. I want to kind of play it, so I think we may end up just playing that for the entire stream tomorrow night. And I'm in the process of recording and re-recording some things for the YouTubes as far as more of these demos go. There's a couple demos that, like Undermine 2 and stuff, that are only going to be on a YouTube video, because I've already kind of played them a little bit and got an idea for them. And then there's other ones that I will pick from the ones that I've streamed here that I will record again for the YouTubes, now that I have a better idea of what's going on with them. So be trying to get those out starting tomorrow. I already have 2 recorded. I just have to render them. So I'll start getting those out there one at a time over the next week or so. So we'll get that going. Yeah, that about covers it, my friends. If you happen to run across this on the YouTubes and you have a like and or a subscribe that you can throw my way, that would be really awesome and swell and helps out tremendously, and I appreciate greatly. Otherwise, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. And I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
Oopsie.